it's a scientific experiment. That's the notion of the play. With your music, with the lighting, it will feel fully immersive.
It's actually been the most fluid process that I've worked on in my whole career, I have to admit. Jamie's understanding of what he wanted to create. They like to bring stuff in and out as they create and as they rehearse. For me, a cinematic sound is generally what I'm trying to go for, even with, my hip hop stuff. People might say, okay, yeah, it's really, really simple. But no, I'm always trying to find the sonic breadth and width to any project that I'm working on.
Throughout the entire production, there's some kind of music or sound score, and that was a very deliberate choice. That it's one experiment. That's the play. In fact, we say at the beginning, experiment begins, and then an hour and 40 minutes later, experiment ends, and it's almost like it has that kind of cinematic kind of gesture, and it gets to a place of kind of delirium, doesn't it? Like there's this kind of this powerful energy, and that reminded me of being at a gig. It reminded me of seeing Kendrick at the O2, and it just feels like an event. So it's like this all-encompassing event that you feel like, in a way, the whole production is like almost like an extension of what the characters are experiencing inside.
I create something that I call the well, and in that well, these things kind of live.
Right.
And then I start mashing them together, because it's our heartbeat, but then it's also our pace and the pulse, that kind of feeling. The theme, what I'm calling the theme, it came just from play,
Right.
And it came from first filling the well, leaving it, then coming back, and then starting to play with those elements, and then the do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
When you started to kind of bring in some of the stuff, some of the tracks, I could start to kind of build the staging around that. It's not like the staging starts and then you score it, almost like a movie. Sometimes it's the other way around. The music will lead to there's a moment that I don't want to give away, but it's a very big moment in the staging of the production that has come directly just from hearing.
Oh wow.
Your work and go, that's what could happen at that moment.
In my head, I'd made this stuff and I was like, I hope it works. Yeah. So it was so cool when you came in and you just was like, it's perfect.
It's all perfect.
Yeah.
All perfect.
So.
We get up with the actors, we try a load of different stuff. We don't sit around a table for weeks on end discussing how we're going to do it. We just get up and we try a scene with this track, or we try it again and there's a different sound or a different track. And then you end up gradually over time you work out exactly what you need to do.
You learn so much more from the mistakes you make. So yeah, it's forever evolving.
I feel like I found a collaborator for life. I feel it.
Seriously?
Yeah, I feel it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bro, I've lost for words. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's the truth.
We'll talk about it later when I find the words.